Okay, this is the big showdown. Who's the baddest on the block? We got the M2 Max, MacBook Pro on the right-hand side, 96 gigabytes of RAM, insane. On the left-hand side is the M1 Ultra. That's two M1 chips stacked on top of each other. A lot of cores. That has 128 gigabytes of RAM. But as we've seen with these M2 chips, you're getting those steady 20 to 30% gains in Premiere and DaVinci, but it's not until After Effects and motion graphics, Blender stuff do you really see these M2 chips shine. Let's open up a Premiere Pro file. This is one of my earlier sessions, and we can just do a quick render and a couple export tests real fast and see how fast these new M2 Max chips are against the baddest one on the block over the last 7-8 months, I think it was released. So here we go. Okay, the M1 Ultra was able to render in to out points a little faster than the M2 Max. Let's get some exports going. We'll start with ProRes 422 and see how well those do. Let's do the same export in H.264. We'll do our favorite YouTube preset 4K. Alright, that was a close one. The M1 Ultra just barely finished first. The M2 Max likey H.264. So let's close this down, open up After Effects. I got a couple different types of sessions on there, and I think this is where we're going to be really surprised. Okay, we got a pretty heavy-duty After Effects session here. Let's just press play, see how we're doing. So you can see the Ultra is doing about double, but I have a sneaking suspicion After Effects is not set up properly on the M2 Max. Let's make sure our memory is allocated correctly. Alright, so we can see here M1 Ultra 116 gigabytes, M2 Max 84 gigabytes. They're all rendered up, so let's do some exporting. Okay, wow, they both finished at the exact same time. This is a $2,000 cheaper machine, the M2 Max, and you're getting the same speeds as the 6,000-ish version of the M1 Ultra. So they really boosted this M2. This is great for motion graphics. If that's your thing, this should be your new tool of choice. So let's see how they do with ProRes. The M2 Max beat the M1 Ultra on that. We know that these media engines are optimized for ProRes and ProRes encoding, decoding, so we can really see that is true. But let's try one other session. It's from a viewer that I was talking with last year during these speed tests. His name is Murilo, and he is the real deal motion graphics artist. I am just super basic when it comes to After Effects and motion graphics. I can press the buttons, but here is an actual artist that knows how to sculpt and use this program to do whatever he wants. So let's run one of his sessions. I'm going to put all his contact info down below. Definitely hit him up if you have some motion graphics work that you need. So this session gave the M1 Max MacBook Pro some problems. It would start getting kind of chunky maybe a quarter way through playing through. So this M2 Max is no problems with this session. Let's export this in H.264. Ooh, that was a close one. And I actually messed up. Sorry, everyone. The M1 Ultra got a little bit of a late start, just a few seconds, but it was able to catch up and beat the M2 just barely. Let's do one more in ProRes 422, just to make sure. Nice, there we go. M2 Max beat the M1 Ultra on that one. So speaking of Max, our friend Max Tech ran a Blender test, and I just want to run that with the Ultra also, just to get some last numbers for you guys, and then we're going to take it away. Okay, so this is the Blender benchmark. This will kind of give us a good idea of numbers for motion graphics stuff. Okay, the test is done, and we can see that these numbers are practically double. It seems like it does better with some stuff. The M1 Ultra does some stuff better than the M2 Max. It's all very confusing, but what it comes down to is that this M2 Max is $2,000 cheaper. This is just a great laptop, so if you're in the market, definitely go with this MacBook Pro and just get the best. Give yourself some wiggle room in the future, and if you can, bump it up to that 96 gigabytes of RAM because it is super impressive. So I hope that helped give you some confidence just from one video editor to another. Media creator out there, whatever you're doing, let me know what you're up to in the comments section. I'd love to hear how you want to be putting these M2 Maxes to the test, because they will probably be able to handle whatever you need with no problems. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you could please hit that subscribe button down below, I would appreciate it immensely. I hope to see you at the next one. Take care.